Everyone's talking about digital products, but there's a small percentage of people that are making millions a year using a unique strategy and ecosystem that no one is talking about. In this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step what that is so you can do it too. My name is Shan. I'm the founder of Genflow.com. And over the past 8 years, I've helped people sell $300 million online. People like Iman Gaji, Ali Abdal, Grace Beverly, James Smith, and hundreds of others. The truth is, you're confused about what product to sell. Do you go high ticket, low ticket? Do you need a webinar funnel? Do you need a VSL? Like, what do you actually need to do for you to be able to make $1 million plus with your digital products? So let's dive straight in. So I call this my digital product ecosystem, the exact ecosystem that we've implemented in some of the biggest people online to generate millions of dollars every single year. And ultimately, the answer to how do you have a big business or how do you sell lots of digital products is by doing a number of things together as an ecosystem. So what we're looking at here is a funnel. This is your business funnel. This is what you need to be doing in order to generate the most amount of money. Let me explain. So at the very top, we have your goal at the very top of your funnel, right? So this is designed as a funnel for a reason, because every business is a funnel. Every business is a marketing funnel. At the top, you got to get as many eyeballs as possible. And at the bottom, you're trying to increase the lifetime value of your customers. It doesn't matter if you're Apple or Nike or some guy trying to sell a course. It's the exact same principle. We need eyeballs, and then we want to make as much money as physically possible from those customers or from those people. We want to turn them into customers, and ultimately, we want them to keep coming back and keep buying from us over time. Just like Apple wants you to buy the iPhone, and then they want you to buy the Mac, and they want you to buy the headphones. They're increasing the lifetime value of you as a customer to them. That's exactly what the whole point of having a business is and how you scale a business. It doesn't really matter what level you're at. So we're looking at here is just that, but broken into in the world of digital products. So the very first level at the top is that our goal is to get attention. And how are we getting attention? We're going to make content, right? We're going to produce organic content, and we're going to do paid ads. We can have referrals. We can do partnerships. Ultimately, it's all the stuff you should be doing today to get attention. Obviously, today, organic content is a great way. Building a personal brand is a great way because it's free traffic. Similarly, people can run ads to get traffic. You can be have a podcast and everything else, right? The whole goal at the very, very top of your funnel of your business is to get attention. The second layer of the ecosystem is the goal is to get someone's email. Ultimately, these people that are coming and watching your thing, you want to be able to get their email address, so then they can join your ecosystem. What we're looking at here is your overall ecosystem. How do we get someone's email? We want to essentially have an email list. We want to do lead magnets. We want to do free stuff. We could do stuff for $1. We can do webinars. We can do masterclasses. All of this stuff that you see today, there's one purpose and one purpose only. We want to get their email so then we can sell them something. That's it. What's funny is that you'll see a lot of people today and you're probably confused, right? That lead magnets are old, they don't work, or this doesn't work, or that doesn't work. The truth is, all of these work. They all have their own pros and cons and different levels of execution. But ultimately, the goal remains the same. We need to take someone, even for myself right now, I need you to watch this video and I'm trying to get your attention. Then I probably want you to give me your email at some point, so I can then potentially try to sell something to you one day in the future. Everybody's playing the same game, no matter who you are in business. The next thing in the ecosystem is the next level. So now we want to convert someone into a customer, right? So someone's watching something for free. They are coming and giving us their email. The next step is to take them to the next level and get them to finally pay for something. And this is where low ticket products come in. Low ticket offer comes in, i.e., cheaper price point products, because this is the easiest way for someone to go one step further down the funnel. I don't know what you're thinking, and I'm going to come into it later. Can we do different things at the same time? Yes. Can I do high ticket, then low ticket? Yes. But I'm going to tell you the right way to do that. And from my own experience of doing it for so many different people online, there's a certain way we should be doing all this stuff. Jumping back in, so ultimately, the next level being low ticket. This is essentially where you want to sell a one-off price point product, ideally. It's going to be low ticket, and it's anywhere between $99 to $499. Ultimately, we are taking someone and turning them into a paid customer, getting them into that journey of increasing the lifetime value of that person. You can also start a subscription, yes. However, subscriptions generally are a lot harder because you need to keep producing good enough content or be doing something to keep people. So yes, it's a great low ticket thing as an entry price point. It just means it works for some people, and in certain products, it depends on what your whole thing is. But ultimately, yes, you can either do a one-off or a subscription at a low price point, and that is the next level for you to bring someone in. Because why? Because the friction is less, right? People are going to be way easier to convince to give you $99 than they are going to convince you $2,000. And the amount of people today that essentially don't have a low ticket offer, it just means you are not bringing enough people into your ecosystem. And I see this all the time, like all the time. And the reason for that is because people think that, I know you want to maximize how much you make, right? So you want someone to pay you $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 if they're going to hire you because you're amazing. You know, your time is worth a lot of money and all that good stuff. But what you're not monetizing is the people that can't afford to pay you that. They should have something they can buy from you. And that's the smart thing. And that's essentially how you'll then convince that person to then actually give you the higher money later at some point. Why? Because we're playing the game of LTV. We're not playing the game of, I need to get this much, or it's not worth my time because my ego is so big and blah, blah, blah. But then you're stuck. You can only have 12 clients maximum and you'll never grow. And I found that with so many people I've helped were in that situation. And the moment we essentially launched the full ecosystem, you know, they started to make more and more money because multiple offers and multiple price points and multiple products is the answer. Next up in that is, naturally, as you can see here, look, convert. Next step here is upsell. So sell your main product. Then we get to the main place where we all want to be. Like, who doesn't want to be here, right? Who doesn't want to sell a one-off product, high ticket, a course, something which is between ideally $1,000 up to $10,000? That's exactly what we want to do, right? And that's your main product. Next up is, you could do a cohort, a mastermind, something which is timed, essentially, which essentially is more in-depth training, some access to yourself, some time that you're going to personally spend doing the thing more so than doing it in a one-off high-ticket course type of product. And that next level essentially normally would be between, you can charge between $2.5K all the way up to $20,000. It just depends on what it is, who for. And very lastly is the one-to-one. And because obviously that's the most amount of time. As you can see here, the least amount of money to the most amount of money, the further down you go. However, the further down you go, the more time you will need to spend. And I know the thing that I get asked the most, so I'll just say it now. The truth is, when you first start, and if you're nobody with no followers and nothing, one-to-one is all you focus on. Because ultimately, you have the time, and you want to make the most money possible. So you're like, hey, I will take on 5 clients as one-to-one, and I'm trying to make some money, right? It could be any freelancer, contractor, small creator, influencer, business owner, agency, whatever, right? This is your model today. But what's crazy is that you can still do the rest. Even if you're a business owner, you don't have to be a creator or someone with an audience or whatever. Ultimately, all you're doing is you're making money out of the people that you don't want to work one-to-one with. And that's the beauty of it. So even though your business starts here, what's crazy is that if you were to do all these levels that I'm talking about, you actually wouldn't want to do the bottom one anymore because it's not worth your time unless it's very, very high priced. But look, I know in theory this may sound like, it's not easy to understand. I get it. So I'm going to jump into an example. That is the best way to demonstrate this. So I work with James Smith. This is his, second YouTube page, which is the business page. And now it was almost on 30,000 subscribers. So his thing is that essentially he built his own business by learning sales and marketing online. And now he's teaching other people how they can do content, sales, and marketing to build their business. And on the back of that, is producing content to drive people into his ecosystem. And I thought I'll just map out his ecosystem so it shows this to you in practice. Ultimately, this is his ecosystem. So he's posting organic content on YouTube. His account's here. He's running paid ads as another way to basically get attention. Lots of paid ads we have running. And I guess just for reference, James Smith is one of my clients. We do this. So yeah, ultimately, his whole thing is this, right? So I'm just going to walk you through his ecosystems. You kind of see how it comes together. We have a lot of different funnels running. We have like 30-day of email sign up here, lead magnets. We have a $1 fundamental course. He runs webinars. Even here, if I go to live, essentially we've been running live events, essentially online. The whole purpose being it's another way to get someone's attention. Then from there, the idea is that we want to get someone to give us the thing. So what are the products? And why are these the products? I think one of the things worth mentioning is your whole overall ecosystem. It's all about one avatar, one problem. So I see this all the time that people make this mistake selling digital products. They're trying to sell like 5 different products to 5 different people solving 5 different problems. And then they're like struggling between, because one of them they did as, a high priced one. One is a low priced one. They think they need to have 5 different products, almost solving different problems, essentially to scale their business. And that's not how you do it. The way you do it is the whole ecosystem is really based on like one overall avatar, and you're solving overall one problem. I.e., in James's case, he's going to help you scale your business online through the methods that he has done himself and what he knows about. So the avatar is somebody, either you're a business owner or you're a personal trainer or a coach or whatever, who wants to do that. So what it means is that all your products, all your offers, all your prices, all your thing is all under this one thinking. Because like that, you essentially can build an ecosystem that supports themselves. Going back to Apple, right? Apple is building, I don't know why I'm saying Apple, but a phone, a laptop, or headphones, you use all those products together. They're not selling you tires because they feel like, oh, it's the same avatar, I could sell them something else, right? Anyway, to jump back in, because I wanted to explain this in context. So in your content strategy, or anyone that's like, trying to market, you ultimately would have like a few content pillars, a few different things that you are producing content about, or the things that you know about, right? So if I'm teaching sales and marketing to somebody, teaching them funnels or how to build a web page or how to sell on the phone, how to close deals, they're all related, but in themselves, they're all slightly different things. And that's how you know what low ticket products you can sell. So in his case, we have 3 products as an example. One is called Content Mastery, i.e. it's a short, it's a product for $99, which is teaching you how to make short form content, because he does that so well. Similarly, the next product is Email Advantage. He teaches you essentially landing pages and being able to get people's emails and send them very good emails. Why? Because he knows that. And again, it's part of the whole thing that he's trying to teach, or the problem he's trying to solve. It's harder for you to be like, I'm going to mentor you, buy my $5,000 course. I'm going to help you get to X place. But it's easier for you to say, hey, if you don't know how to use emails, I will teach you. Only give me $199, right? And that is the point of having low ticket. It's a must. There's no world in which you don't have a low ticket and a high ticket. Similarly, we have a thing called PT Starter Kit, another product, and this time more aimed towards the problems that personal trainers, coaches have, because he has those people in his audience. Ultimately, each one of the low ticket products it gears toward a certain segment in his audience, a certain micro problem, a certain content pillar. Hope that makes sense. And from there, we are then selling our high ticket, our main product, which is the mentorship, which is a full-blown product as you would expect, with 100 plus videos, Discord, the full thing that you would expect. And that is $2,500 over here. So that's the high ticket, right? So, and the whole thing is billed as an upsell. So if you buy one of these, you're going to be upsold the other one immediately. And what that means is that you pay the $99, you're going to go to an upsell page and we're going to sell it to you immediately. And that works so well. We see like a 5 to 10% conversion on that. And there's lots of nuances to how to do that well. And next up, we haven't done a cohort of certain types. So we've kind of done a mastermind-ish type of thing, but it's an event. It's an in-person event where people come in, they pay a ticket, and James does a thing for 500,000 people. And ultimately, if they haven't, again, bought the course, there's a great place for us to like almost upsell them the course, upsell them another product. And the benefit of getting people's emails is that it doesn't have to stop. You can keep trying to sell through value-based emails and it will work. And then lastly, he has a one-to-one coaching, which is 10K. So this is like a practical example, right? And they all help each other. So just to kind of paint a picture, someone could come from a lead magnet, but they might straight buy a high ticket. And that's okay. That's okay. Someone may come from a $1 course and buys a 10K. Someone may come from a lead magnet, buy a $99 course, and then never come back. So the point is that there isn't a singular journey, but because we set it up like this, it gives the chance to someone to go from level to level to level to level. But at the same time, we are all different. And someone is going to want to be, so one-to-one coaching doesn't mean they have to be the most richest or the biggest business. Some people just prefer that. Some people are going to be like, course, fucking scam, I ain't doing that. But they'll pay the $99, right? So by having an ecosystem, you basically convert more people way easier. And also, when it comes to ads, the truth is it's impossible to run ads to a high-ticket product if someone's going to pay $5,000 from an ad. Very unlikely. But to run ads to get emails, i.e. leads, to run ads to sell a small product, very easy. And at the same time, you can also run ads to like book a call then to then try to sell a high ticket. Yes. Again, all of these methods are great, but I guess like the secret that I alluded to at the start of this video is all about, if you do it in this way with a real strategy, it's very easy to make $1 million plus because you basically get the lifetime value of your customers is just high. And it's so easy. The friction is so less to bring people into your ecosystem. Look, obviously, this is what we do at Genflow. So if you're thinking, wow, this is not, I have a digital product, I want some help, and, feel free to book a call down below. There'll be a link with my team, and we can see if we can help you. So let me show you another example. I've kind of mapped it out in a different way. I'm going to pick someone that's not who you would think would be selling a lot of digital products and making a lot of money. So I've mapped out Shetty as who's an online person. And the truth is, what I'm saying is what all the biggest, smartest people are doing, even if they're our clients or not our clients, that's what they are doing. Because it makes sense. It's the strategy that works. So I'm just going to walk you through his in the same way. And what I've done is I've pulled it out in the same buckets. So what you're looking at here is the same thing. We got get attention. We're going to get the email. We're going to do a mini product. We're going to do a low ticket. We're going to sell you the main thing. We're going to do one-to-one. And he's doing the exact same thing. So at the very top level, so some people are just playing a bigger game, right? So he has a YouTube channel, massive YouTube channel, 4 million. And, a bunch of all the CTAs are pushing you to a newsletter. Big Instagram. All the stuff is pushing you to mainly newsletter. All socials are pushing you to newsletter. Then running lots of ads. Lots and lots of ads. Why? To get attention, to get in front of people. And naturally, you are sitting there and you're measuring views per week, right? You're measuring all the KPIs to ensure, is your intention increasing? Because fundamentally, that's what it's all about. More eyeballs you get, the bigger your business gets, right? Next up, he wants to get your email. And then this is where it starts to get more advanced for people that are at that stage, You don't want to have one email list. You don't have one lead magnet. You got to have different messages, different things that you're trialing. You don't know what thing people really want from you. Right? So look at his right here. How you could come rewarding a new career. Okay. The ABC of life coaching. Okay. Here's a weekly wisdom. Okay. So all different angles. We call them angles, right? An angle is like a different way that you're trying to get someone's attention to give them your email address. And I assume he'll be pulling in thousands of email addresses every single week. Once he's got your email address, what's next? We're going to try to convert these people now, trying to sell them something. Straight away, he has go deep in the next 5 days and learn how to manifest your life. It's just some product, a low-hanging product. What is it? It's $29. Look at that. $29. Give me some money. Let me bring you into my ecosystem. Let's join the ladder of LTV. Ultimately, there's other ways to do that too, obviously, through physical products and stuff. And that's exactly why people release books. Anyone that has a book and it will be like, I don't sell a course because I have a book. Ultimately, It's the same thing. You're trying to get someone's attention, give you some money, because later on you're going to try to get more money out of them in some capacity. So ultimately, he's got books. That's what he's doing. Moving on from there. What's the next thing he's trying to sell you? Next level up. Are you tolerating a mediocre life where you sense, you want to be more, etc., etc.? And we are now entering a slightly higher price point, $249 every 6 months. There you go. That's the next level up. And then from there, we're entering now the real deal, the main product. And he has a bunch of stuff there. It's a full coaching program. Very long page. And it says book a call. So the CTA is book a call. He's trying to pull you into his main course product, which I believe is something around $10,000 to $15,000. And he's pulling you into that ultimately. And a lot of landing pages, a lot of things for you to book a call. And you can just imagine all the people that are buying the product before, the email list, they're all constantly being told to book a call. From there, very last, one-to-one coaching even exists. Growth coaching, apply here. So this essentially is the thing. And what's amazing about an ecosystem like this is you don't really need to be salesy. You don't need to sit there and be like, buy my course, guys. No, you can be like, hey, I've done 30-day free emails for you. Sign up. Oh, join my challenge. It's only $99. Buy my book. Because it's so easy. So the more free stuff you do, right, the bigger it'll help you build your audience. The more free things you're giving to people, it will help build your audience. The more lead magnets, the more free stuff. And then all the money from this, if you keep reinvesting at the top, which clearly what he's done, you'll end up just growing your podcast, growing your audience, growing everything else. And, I mapped the exact same thing for James as well in the same way. So ultimately, it's the same strategy. One thing that we do really well is in this is that we just do really good upsells. So ultimately, as soon as you buy something, you're getting upsold. If you don't take an offer from an upsell, we're trying to downsell you something. So all of this way of selling essentially works so well. As soon as you buy, you get hit with the upsell. It's XYZ, and we want you to buy. And you can do special offers. And again, why does this work? Because it's all on the back end. Meaning, you're not promoting on the front, you're promoting on the back end. So you look like the good guy. You look like someone that's not pushing this stuff. Obviously, it's very common today, right? So to jump back to my ecosystem, you can see now how all of this interrelates to each other and they all have a place. So anyone out there that's telling you this way is dead, 3 years ago, VSLs existed, they're dead now. Webinar funnels don't work. This new thing works. It's just not true. The truth is they're just trying to sell you their digital product on that one thing. The amount of guys today, right, that are like selling a digital product about the best way to do X funnel or whatever, right? And that's why they're saying it. Say, coming from someone that's been doing this for 8 years, done it for the biggest people in the world, and we have so many funnels, ads, everything live as of right now, this moment, this is essentially in every single scenario is what we're working towards. Very lastly, I'll show you one more live example of where I'm doing this right now in one of my businesses. I have a business called Creator College, which I own 50%. So this is essentially, it's an actual college to teach you everything you need to know about creating content online. We have a bunch of different creators in it, etc. Trying to really build it out as a real college. So we launched with the first offer, which was $996. So that was our course. We then launched with a cohort, which is the level above, $2.5K. We've just launched the pro, essentially, which is $5K. We then have a bunch of, we have a free Discord, as in the lead magnet. We do free calls as the free stuff, get people's emails, and the whole business already has generated $500,000 plus, and it's on the way, essentially, to do a few million in its first year easy. Why? Because of the ecosystem. And what's amazing about this is we've had someone with like 1 million followers who just will buy the course. We'll have someone with 30 followers who's spending $5K because they want one-to-one. And that is what you don't know. And that is where most people make the mistake, because they think, essentially, the bigger the person, the more money the person, the more they'll pay. So they structure the offers in that way. They structure the products in that way. They're trying to solve multiple problems at once. I need to stop doing that. So if you're somebody that has a digital product and you're looking to scale, click the link down below. You can book a call with my team and we'll have a chat with you. We'll see where you are and see if potentially we can help you scale. With that being said, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.